Soft glow news here. Today, I quit my job and came to the beach with no plans. Before I get into talking about why I quit my job and some of my pointers, I have my handy dandy notebook here. And I just want to thank you for all the subscribers. And if you're a new subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe and turn on the notifications because I'm posting daily. So let's get into this. Why I quit. I quit because today was the day that broke the camel's back. Since I started working for my former employer, I was very upfront to them about my situation with my father moving in, and if you've been following along, I've mentioned it a couple of times on here. And if you have been following along, I have been ranting about my job for a while now. Today was just the breaking point, and I'm done. The mental abuse and the verbal abuse that came directly from the owner and being blamed for other people's negligence is unacceptable. Every time he talks to you, he is over the top. It's not even excitement. It's irate. It gets bad. He has one too many things going on. He can't barely remember anything, and that's definitely not my fault. I was constantly having to defend myself, especially after the instructions that I'd received from the lack of training from the person that was there, and she is now almost fully retired. And I was constantly having to defend myself day in and day out, and I know that gets exhausting, and it was wearing me down pretty quickly because I just was tired. I'm not a young lady anymore, and I can't go at 1,000 miles an hour and be pulled into 50 different directions. That's where mistakes and errors and things start happening, and also being blamed for somebody else's work that I'm just simply putting on a formal letter to go out to somebody. Which, again, that was not my fault. I put down what was on the paper and what was given to me so it could be turned in. And I had evidence of that, and it still wasn't right. It still wasn't good enough for them. So, therefore, I just said, you know what? I have wrote this page and a half long resignation letter. I'm gonna use it today. And I have been reading it, rewriting it, reading it, rewriting it. And I said, maybe I'll just tough it out. It's fine. But when you start shaking and sweating profusely and your heart is racing because when you see the name of the person come up on the caller ID at work and you just instantly burst into a panic attack, that is unacceptable. That is a toxic and unsafe working environment. Now, I have heard rumors about him, about how he has put his hands on his mom and other employees, and I know a lot of that can be hearsay or just like that little game of telephone. It just got misconstrued. But the way that his temper gets is out of this world. Like, you could feel him breathing down your neck through the phone. That's how bad it is. He's not only made me cry once, but twice, and has made me basically be the scapegoat. And I'm sorry, I'm not that for you. If I'm anybody's scapegoat, it's my own. So that's one reason why I quit today. what it felt like walking out. I had the biggest sigh of relief when the office manager came back and I said, I'm done for today and tomorrow and the next day after that. And once I promptly got out of the office, I sent the email with my resignation letter in it, and that was it. I got in my car and I headed to the beach. I shouldn't have to deal with mental anguish, and I shouldn't be in fear of calling in to go to the doctor to be looked over, because my arm started to go numb the last 2 months, and I knew it was from stress because, like a lot of people, we carry our stress in our back. So my symptoms started getting worse. My overall health started to decline. So when I left today, I was so relieved that I do not have to go back there another day. It's like I said, if you're unhappy somewhere or you're not getting treated fairly where you are currently, and it is affecting you and your personal life and your well-being, trust me when I tell you, either look for another job now or walk out and just figure it out. But it will be the best feeling of your life. And I came to the beach to sit by the water because I just wanted to reflect on today. I know coming to the beach is probably not for everybody, or if you live far from the beach or whatever, but everybody has a place they like to go to just reflect in quiet and in stillness. And that's what I'm doing. I'll get a game plan together tomorrow. I've been getting a game plan together for a long time now. And this was probably just the push that I needed, and here we are. So that is why I'm at the beach, because I am casting all my worries away and I'm putting it at God's feet, and that's just how it's gonna have to go right now. So the one small thing that I'm gonna be working on is getting myself together. I'm gonna work on my soft era plan, and I'm gonna focus more on being more present on the internet, both faceless and on camera, and I'm just gonna start creating content. That is probably where my game plan is going to start. Actually, not probably. That is 100% where I am gonna start. So just like anything, we need a little push, and sometimes the universe or God or whomever you believe in just gives you that little pat on the back and says it's going to be okay. And that's how I'm taking it today. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys join me on the first day of the rest of my life. Welcome to the soft escape. And don't forget your notebook, guys, because you have to write pointers down. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're new here, please hit subscribe and make sure those notifications are on. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I will catch up with y'all later.